Today in the B Block, let's spend some time with a champion who is negotiating one of the more challenging doubles in her profession, playing as a professional, a four-time champion professional, while assuming the job of head coach of her alma mater in the Big Ten Conference. Lindsay Whalen, two-time Olympic gold medalist, who's now coaching her alma mater, the University of Minnesota, while playing with the Minnesota Lynx, joining us today outside the lines. Lindsay, welcome.
Thanks for having me. Great to talk with you, Bob.
It's great to have you here. I'm sure you're asked this incessantly, so I'll just cut right to the chase here as we're approaching summer. How's this balancing act going, playing, coaching, keeping your head on straight?
You know, it's been a really fun, challenging couple months. So, you know, when I first got the job in April, it was before training camp in the WNBA, so I was able to really focus on what I needed to do, hiring a staff with the U of M, and just kind of getting my feet under me at the U of M. And then once training camp has started, it's been great to have so many great assistant coaches and so much support at the U of M to be able to do both, and also so much support with the Minnesota Lynx. It's really taken, you know, just like, you know, teammates on. It's a team, and so having great teammates with the Lynx that I'm playing with right now, and great coaches and great support there, along with great assistant coaches and great support staff. It's just all a team effort, honestly, for me to be able to do this. And like I said, it's been a really fun, challenging couple of months. And I learn something new every day. And so just trying to do the best I can and have fun while doing it, and just taking it one day at a time. And it's been a really cool experience for sure.
Playing and then coaching and trying to keep it all separate. And also, within the last week, an interesting passage of time. Of course, the Lynx were not invited to the White House for the fabled non-visit with the president. You played in Washington in front of a large crowd around the Caps telecast back into the arena. You also did a service trip to D.C. in connection with the non-visit to the White House. What was that whole experience like in Washington?
Well, yeah, that was, I mean, I think that day when we were over at Payne Elementary doing the Samaritan's Feet was something that I think that we'll never forget. None of us will ever forget that experience. And it really was just something where we wanted to do, you know, a day of service. So we wanted to celebrate our championship by giving back to a lot of, you know, kids that, you know, were in need of some Jordan shoes, and we were able to go there. And it was a really cool, just human experience to be able to get with those kids. And you know, Samaritan's Feet, I don't know if you know too much about them, but they have donated, I mean, I want to say millions or billions of shoes to different people throughout the world. And it's the kind of program where you know, you have human interaction. We wash a lot of those kids' feet before we put on brand new socks and shoes. So it was really something, I mean, it was a humbling experience, and it was just something where you really have a human connection. And after they got their Jordans, we were able to go out and shoot some baskets with them and hang out and play a little bit. So it was really cool. So it was a very fun day, and we had been to the White House 3 other times before. So getting to you know, do this was something different that we'll never forget for sure.
A bit of a been there, done that for the athletes who were there or not there. What was it like to win that most recent WNBA title, because they were working on the Target Center? There you are playing in the barn at Williams Arena, where you, of course, were the 3-time All-American on your home collegiate floor. I mean, that had to be a confluence of emotions.
Yeah, I mean, the first game we played there, it was just kind of weird to be back on campus as a player. And now, obviously, I'm back as a coach, but to be there as a player last year, to play where, you know, you'd never think that you'd be able to play there again was just something that was, you know, so cool, and something that we'll never forget. So that first game kind of running out on Williams Arena was something that I'll definitely never forget. And then to actually be back there for Game 5 against Los Angeles, you know, one of our rivals in the league. We had played them in 2016. They beat us on our home court in Game 5. To then play at Williams Arena, it was just such a special game and a special time. I mean, 15,000 people there. Yeah. It was just, it was something that none of us will ever forget for sure. And to be able to beat a team like LA, it took that home court advantage, and it took us getting that #1 seed. And so it was definitely something that, you know, we needed everybody. We needed all of our fans, our whole team, and we were just able to
great
get the win,
great atmosphere,
really,
great experience. It certainly sounds,
you know,
like
do that for the Lynx.
Exactly, and a busy summer certainly.
Yeah,
trying to move the Lynx up the standing and continue recruiting and working in Minnesota. Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.